But sometimes growing together means growing apart and taking that lesson that we learned while we were together to further move on and have a better understanding of the situation that we're in now. If you found this video, this was something that you needed to hear. The universe makes us click on certain videos and we wonder why we got here, but you needed to be here. That's why you're here. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If you are wondering, yes, I am in a tub, and no, I do not care. I realized this week that every conversation you have, for the most part, is very intentional. And what I mean by that is that conversations that we may have with our coworkers or a stranger, a family member you haven't seen in years, it all really serves a purpose if you really cue into what you're talking about. Like for me, a situation I've been dealing with, or a situation I've dealt with in the past, was I was struggling to come to terms with the fact that I had hurt somebody, right? And that person being my ex. I'll be completely honest in this video. I hurt my ex really bad. And it's really what triggered, it's one thing that really triggered me going on this journey, but it's also something that I feel like me and him are still cool, but it's almost like I can tell he's guarded around me, and every bit of me just wants to feel like, why can't he see that I've changed? Why can't he see that I'm a good person? Why can't he see that I won't hurt him? And stuff like that. And I feel like I keep beating myself up. It's because, you know, I see myself as this healed person, yet he just sees me as what I was to him at that time in his life, which is like, I guess, a villain, you know? And that was one thing I was really struggling to come to terms with. But I had a conversation with someone, and it's so crazy because I had a conversation with someone that I've literally worked with for a year, and we never really had any conversations. We never really got deeper than just like, hey, like just talking about the job basically. And we finally hung out, right? So yeah, she was telling me about this situation with a guy, right? And how he had hurt her and stuff like that. And y'all know that I make content about healing on here. So as I'm hearing this, my heart just goes out to her. I'm feeling everything she's saying, and I'm trying to give her advice on the situation. And I realized midway talking to her, Holly, you are comforting, you are understanding, you are literally speaking to the perspective of your ex, of someone who's been hurt by someone. So I was asking her, like, so girl, like, think of like a positive thing, like you can think about this, because this is what I always say: any negative, regretful past thought you have is not you. It's your subconscious mind, it's your ego, it's your reptilian brain. That's truthfully what I believe. So I wanted to hear what her spirit was saying. So I asked her, I said, what's something positive you can take from the situation? And she said that she knows now to set boundaries, and that people are, you know, who they show you they are, not who they tell you they are. And I felt so proud of her, right? And also in that moment, I understood my ex. I understood why he still see me as what I was to him. Because, and it goes back to my video that I did a while ago, because that was my purpose in his life. My purpose in his life was to teach him that lesson. Because of me, he learned that same lesson she did. He learned to have boundaries. And this feeling I have is he still sees me as this villain. He still sees me as this person that hurt him. No. He perceives you as the lesson you were to him. And you should be proud of, like, and I'm not proud that I hurt him, but I should be proud that because of me, and even though I changed, even though I regret it with my whole heart, because of what I did, no one can take advantage of him like that, right? And I love him, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him for having boundaries. I'm proud of him for seeing me the way he sees me now, even though it may hurt my ego. But my spirit is uplifted by it, because it says we've played each other's roles. We've helped each other become the people we need to be. Right? It all goes back to that video I made. And I'm proud of him. I'm really, really proud of him and the boundary he's taken with me. You know, I'm seeing the positive change I've made in his life. He won't let me close to him, you know? And it hurts my ego. It hurts that part of me that cares about my identity. No, I've changed. But then my spirit says, you've served a purpose to his life. You've done what you wanted to do from the beginning, which is have an impact on each other and grow together. And you did grow together. But sometimes growing together means growing apart and taking that lesson that we learned while we were together to further move on and have a better understanding of the situation that we're in now. So I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm no longer like, please see me as this, please see me as this, please know that I changed, please know that I love you. I see it as, you know what, we've served each other. Because of you, I'm this better person. I care more about, I know how to care for people. I know how to listen to people because of you, because I hurt you. I know how to do that. And because I hurt you as well, you learned how to have boundaries. You no longer will feel like people are taking advantage of you because you know when to keep people at a distance. And there's power in that. Right? And as I was speaking to her, as I was speaking to my coworker that I went out with, I realized you are speaking to him. This is your closure. Being able to see the growth that that guy that hurt her had in her life, I was able to see the growth that he had because of me in his life, right? And it doesn't stop there. Another situation that I had was with a friend who had to cut me off because his girlfriend felt insecure about, you know, our friendship. And the whole time that situation was happening, I was thinking, well, I don't have a relationship with his girlfriend. I have a relationship with him, and I don't understand why she's insecure. Is he not telling her that we're like literally friends, right? And I just didn't understand that. I didn't understand why she didn't like me, why it was a problem, us being friends, right? And then today, my last day of work, my last day working the second job that I have, I had put my 2 weeks in. The last day, this girl, she just openly came to me with her problems, one of my coworkers, again, and she was like, yeah, you know, me and my boyfriend, we're kind of off and on. We're kind of going through something where we're not together because we feel like there's too many problems when we're together. And, you know, he has this girlfriend and I can't stand his girlfriend because, like, what do you need a girlfriend for? Like, right? And I'm hearing her. And immediately I recognize this is the universe speaking to you. It's providing you closure with this situation now by giving you that perspective, right? And I almost want to cry about it because when you recognize the intention of these conversations you have with people, when you recognize the intentions of the universe and how every conversation, how everything you do has purpose, you unlock the power, man. You heal, you provide closure. So I'm speaking to her. And she's telling me how, she says, you know, I don't know his girlfriend and, you know, she's calling him like when I'm with him. And, you know, mind you, some of this stuff is still sounding like, okay, girl, you're kind of being a little insecure to me. And I told her that. But she's telling me, right? And slowly I start understanding. She's like, you know, I don't know what kind of time she is. I don't know her. Right? And then I think back to me saying, well, I don't know his girlfriend. That's not really my business. But no, that is your business. This girl, and I could tell the girl when she was telling me, I could tell she really loved him. Right? And I saw that the girlfriend of my ex-friend as I was talking to her. And she was saying, I don't know her. I don't know her intentions. And that's so true. If you don't know something, you can't help but feel insecure about it. I mean, of course, you trust your man, you know. And she did say she trusted her man, but she doesn't know the girl. And it came clear to me in that moment that, you know what, Holly, if I don't regret anything, but Holly, in a situation like that, it would have been better for you to communicate with his girl and tell her you have nothing to worry about. Woman to woman, I understand you. Like, as I was listening to her, I understood her. I understood my friend's girlfriend's perspective. And I was able to kind of forgive her. Like, I didn't really have a problem with her, but I did feel like some type of, you know, like, well, damn, like, did he have to cut me off for y'all to be together, right? And it was a little bit of, like, I guess you could say, I don't know the word for it, but it was a little bit of something where I felt towards her. And in that moment, I saw her in that girl. And I just empathized. I could feel her. I understood. I'm not upset about what happened, right? And that conversation was intentional. And there's so many conversations you have every day that are intentional. And mine were that other side, that other perspective speaking to me through a person that I'm empathizing with. And it made me understand the situation. So that's kind of like my thought for today, is that our conversations with people are intentional. Be wary of them. As you're speaking with someone, empathize with them, and then think to yourself, is there a situation that this relates to? Another example, I had a conversation with one of my aunts today that I never speak to like a lot, and she was talking about going vegan. She really encouraged me, and it's something that I really wanted to do, and it's a change that I've really been wanting to make in my life. And she gave me her number, and honestly, I feel like that's something I've been manifesting, having a healthier body or healthier mind. And that conversation was intentional. It was the universe saying, there's someone here that can support you in this decision to be healthier. These conversations, these people in our lives, I know, like, I'm one of those people that say I'm not a people person. But man, the universe uses people to give us messages. Not even lessons, but messages. People can serve as messengers as well as they serve as, triggers to our healing. So that's just something I wanted to share with y'all. Like I said, this video is very unstructured. It may not get a lot of views or stuff like that, but it's something that I want on my channel because it represents me, and it represents what I stand for and what I believe, and it represents what I feel would help you heal as well, because you healing is one of my priorities, because I love you. Whoever's watching this video, I don't care where you're from, who you are, I don't care. I want you to heal, and I care about you, and I want you to be happy. And this is something that I feel like if you found this video, this was something that you needed to hear, That's another thing. The universe makes us click on certain videos and we wonder why we got here. But you needed to be here. That's why you're here. But yeah. So once again, I'm Mia. I make content about self-love, about growth, about spirituality. And if you're on a journey healing yourself, learning to love yourself, please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment. Please feel free to share more advice if you have more advice. Please feel free to share your story if you have a story. But I appreciate you for watching this video. Mia out.